Hey everyone, this is the Movie Dog Show special episode here on only on Facebook. Just to let you know, those who don't know, I had a regular Facebook page, and I had to it actually because of the new updates and everything on Facebook, it actually logged me out. And I was unable to get back onto my original page and my original fan page or like page, whatever you want to call it. So I had to start basically from scratch with my personal Facebook and the Movie Dogs Facebook page. So that's why this Facebook page is called Movie Dogs 2. So I thought it was appropriate to call it that. So anybody who is already following it, please just come on over to the new page and let's get me back into those numbers. You know, I was really hitting a good stride there for a bit, and so help me out, folks. So, all right, so we are going to be talking about Vengeance 2, Bloodline, a Friday the 13th fan film, and those I have reviewed on the main YouTube channel and on my other Facebook page about these Friday the 13th fan films, Blood Rose, and also Fall of Camp Blood. Now, there was the previous film, Vengeance, that I just I watched about a week ago, so I can get in preparation for this film. I'm going to say, if you're not a fan, then this film here, Vengeance 2, will make you a fan because it is that good. The other films are excellent as well, and it's hard to at first, you know, for me when I was making indie films myself, I didn't get the fan film thing. You know, I'm sure it was fun to pretend to be, you know, in this universe, but what I've realized, especially in the last few years, is like, because the studio system and the legal ramifications surrounding this franchise has failed the fans have took it upon themselves to take it by the knife or by the blade and run with it and make their own, whether it's their own contained universe or a continuation to a story, a branch off from a previous Friday the 13th film or a prequel or anything of that nature. The fans have spoken, and the fans are speaking loud to where members of Friday the 13th alum, whether they're directors, stuntmen, stunt coordinators, or actors and actresses, are joining in on this fun. And this is fun. This is fun for them. And also, that's why it has heart, because they're having fun. I can see it. You know, it's not you can pretend, but you can't pretend having a lot of fun. You know, and you can show in the actresses' eyes how much fun they have. And, you know, no, there's not a lot of everybody here. You can tell they're not professional actors, or they've never acted before, or, you know, or they're starting out. But that doesn't matter. You know, you don't judge these movies. You judge these movies on the essence and how it captures the spirit that the original Friday the 13th franchise had. And Jason Brooke, the writer-director of this film, nails it. And I have to say also, when it comes to cinematography and the lighting, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, again, Vengeance 2 picks up, I want to say, about a week or so after the events of the first film. You have the Jarvis sisters, Kelly, Tappan, I believe. If I'm butchering everybody's names, I'm sorry. It's been a long 48 hours. And Sunday, Lotus, they play Angela and Ashley Jarvis, the daughters of Tommy Jarvis, who was a very pivotal character in 3 of the Friday the 13th films, 4, 5, and 6. And it's Tom Matthews comes back as Tommy. There was they had really good chemistry. The sisters factor really played in um, for both films. You could tell that they were able to once, I guess, in their meetings and stuff like that, and working together, they captured that bond of sisters. Um, and I've known a lot of sisters in my life, and I can see it, and then they're done really well. If they make a third one, I would love to see how that progresses on. Um, I have to say to the young actress Sunday, you really capture the essence of a young woman with a lot of spirit and lack of authority. It reminded me a lot of my daughter, who is 10, and she loves to test the rules. And if she has her mind set to something and she wants it done, she's going to go, well, I'm not waiting for you, I'm going to do it myself type of attitude. You captured that really well in this film. um, Kelly, she captured that worried older sibling, which I have to say I did a lot growing up myself. I was the oldest of two brothers, and I was always on the lookout, and making sure I had to keep an eye on them and protect them, and that was part of my job growing up. And but I said you get those two had really great chemistry together, and it worked so well, and I mean, would I love to see more of it because they didn't have a lot of scenes together because their parts, broke them up and they had their own things to do in the film, which then they combined back into towards the third act of the film. Um, Another thing I remember that really stuck out was the we had our Cheech and Chong type characters in this film. Arthur and what was the name? Walt. Walt and Arthur. More, Tom McGlaughlin, who directed Part 6, and he also showed up in The First Vengeance. He plays Walt, and Rob Mallow, who plays Arthur. If I'm chewing up anybody's names, I'm sorry. Um, but they really, 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 um, really stole the show and everything, and their dialogue between each other. They were bickering, and Arthur is more the laid back, doesn't notice anything around him going on, and Arthur is the one that's always getting hurt or being told what to do, and he's being abused by the main villain of the film, which was uh, played by C.J. Cunningham, who played Jason in Part 6, and he plays Elias Voorhees, who is Jason's father, again in this film, and he is the main villain of this universe, and he really has a menacing presence and everything, even though his voice was kind of intensified through special effects. He still had this menacing presence, and he just he didn't really need any weapons or anything like that, even though he did, but he just spewed menace, and I like that. I liked how he was just portrayed, and he was